I am in the textbook on page 71, and we're looking first at example 1, and this is a word problem. Art, Eaton, Jose, Ryan, and Dwight each write their names on slips of paper and put the prizes in a box. Put the papers in a box. One name will be randomly drawn to win a prize. What is the probability that Ryan will win? So we are looking for the probability that Ryan will win. So let's use our formula. Probability is the number of favorable outcomes. How many times is Ryan going to put his name in the box? Just one. There's only one Ryan, and each person is putting one slip in. So one Ryan over the total. That would be Art or Eaton or Jose or Ryan. Ryan gets included, or Dwight. And I'm not going to do this every time, but I want you to see where this is coming from. So there is one Ryan out of 5 men on the bottom. So the probability is 1 out of 5. Now, to get this as a decimal, you can simply do 1 divided by 5 on your calculator, or you can say 1 divided by 5. That's going to be, I have to add a 0, so that's going to be 2 with no remainder. So 0.2, you can add a 0, and that will be 0.2 or 20%. So here's what we could answer. If they ask me the probability, I could say that it is 1/5, 0.2, or 20%. All of those would be correct answers to that question. There is a 20% chance that Ryan will win the prize. I also want to tell you about the complement of an event. And so let me explain that. Let me just add this question. What is the complement of a 20% probability? Now that sounds big and scary, but bear with me here. Remember that example that my professor used for me. He said, Amanda, think of a line. All probability in the world ranges from 0 to 1. This is 0%. This is 100%. So 20%, that's 1/5. So if I drew 5 sections here, approximately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1/5 would be right here. And we found that that is 20%. So we're talking about this percentage for Ryan. The complement of 20%, you might have guessed it, is all of this. 100 take away 20% is 80%. Because this is going to be made up of Art, Eaton, Jose, and Dwight. There are 4 out of 5 chances that Ryan will not win. So to find a complement without drawing all that, you take the 100%, that is the whole thing, minus the 20%, that was Ryan, and that leaves us with 80%. So the complement of a 20% probability is 80%, or 0.8, or 4/5. So you need to know the term complement and what that means. It means to subtract from 100%. All right, let's go over those facts at the bottom of the page. I'm just going to read through them and make sure we're okay on that. The first one says, if there is no chance that an event can happen, the probability is 0. And we already talked about that right here. If it can't happen, it's 0%. If an event is certain to happen, its probability is 1 or 100%. The greater the probability that an event will occur, the closer the number will be to 1. So as you go up this line, the probability gets greater. The less likely it is, it will get closer to 0. Okay, so as you move this direction, things become less likely if you're going that way. And as you go up the line, things are getting more likely until they get to 100% where they're certain. The sum of a probability of an event and its complement is 1. They will always add up to 100. If two events are equally likely, the probability of each is 50%. So this line that my instructor was using to explain this to me is what they're explaining at the bottom of page 71. So this is a very, very good thing to have in your head, to remember how probability works. So I would definitely take the time to draw this in my notes, or you can print my page if you want to, but this is something that I would definitely want to put in my notes. That line of probability. Okay, we are to the end of page 71. So let me stop the video and I'll meet you back for page 72.